Addison! It does not escape the attention of the Department of Excellence that you have systematically outshone your peers.
Excellence shall prevail.
Excellence shall indeed prevail. I hereby award you the Achilles Award for your insightful services to the department.
It is an honor to test for the Department of Excellence, Commander.
There was another delivery today. The usual batch of endurance capsules, study pills, placebos for the trials. But there was also a special delivery for you. Any idea what that might be?
None.
Any at all?
No, Commander.
A package. It came with a note from the top, the very top, the proverbial horse, so to speak. It would appear our department has been coordinating with the Department of Innovation. You may have heard rumors of this.
Commander?
Whispers have it that the Department of Innovation has been developing a substance more potent than any of those in common circulation. A real alpha enhancer that promotes productivity and eliminates paranoia. Its full name is undisclosed, but it would appear to have been dubbed Sophie. You have qualified for its testing.
I'm honored, Commander.
Seems appropriate that we should include this delivery into this, well, it's hardly a ceremony, is it?
It's all the ceremony my humble self could dream of.
There's no need for any false modesty! I simply ask one thing of you.
Commander?
I took the liberty. If this substance is truly as blissful as it sounds, you will remember who gave you your big break, won't you?
Is this a test, Commander?
I trust you know loyalty and excellence go hand in hand. Enjoy the ride, kids. I hear discovery and enlightenment lie ahead.
Addison! 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 I just heard! I'm so very excited, so very proud, so very chuffed. The highest standards of excellence. Congratulations!
Thank you.
Couldn't have happened to anyone more deserving.
What's up, Doc?
Taylor? Congratulations, kiddo. Splendid.
Just the best.
I heard the news all the way back at the Department of Innovation. 2 prodigal testers, one more exceptional than the other. I always knew you were telling the truth about your experiences.
Thank you, Doc.
Yeah, thanks, Doc. Say, will you follow?
Relax.
Addison, honey, there you are. Hey, you did it. I always knew you would manage, but you did it. You succeeded. You passed. You did whatever it is they call it here. And you know, now that you're done, we have all the time in the world for, you know, for us.
Later, okay?
Okay, but tell me, how does it feel?
Well, I suppose I couldn't have done it without your support.
Well, spill the beans, Addison. Were there any rewards? Anything special?
Addison. Charlie? 5 years is a long time. How can you be here?
I'll believe it when I see it. The treachery of images and all that. Get it?
Who is this?
I remember most of this. This used to be my gallery too. Oh, is this dust? Or still the ashes from before? Right where it always was. The lovers. Are any of these yours? No! They didn't make it. I lost my touch after you left.
The Department of Excellence prides itself in adhering to the highest standards of incentives.
What's going on here? I thought we were here to celebrate.
I'm just wondering what we're celebrating here.
Well, Addison has had to bend over backwards to get back on track.
I was there with her when it all happened. When it all came crashing down in a cloud of ash. These empty frames, they used to have real paintings in them too. Oh, you look slimmer than you used to. Tread carefully.
That's Rich.
Is she the one?
Yes, the one that set it all off.
Set it all off.
The highest levels of achievement, or Addison's need for it
Need
anyway.
is a little strong, don't you think? I can quit whenever I want.
What uneducated nonsense.
No, go on, Addison. What happened today?
Well, all the tests we've been running over the years, they liked the results. well, I liked the results and gave them detailed reports of my experiences. Earlier today, the commander handed me a medal and mentioned a package.
A package?
From the Department of Innovation.
Don't all packages come from the Department of Innovation nowadays?
Well, this one was different, more mysterious. Not like the usual stuff Taylor and I enjoy.
I've heard rumors about what could be in that package.
So had I. But I wasn't about to tell the commander. No. He already knows I'm a frequent user.
What do you mean by that?
I'm not entirely sure he sees our liaison as strictly professional.
Well, who hasn't had to go through a little workplace harassment to climb the ladder? Isn't it a requirement in most fields nowadays? There's a pill for that too, you know.
Any type of tranquilizer should do the trick.
How do you fall asleep at night?
Valium and muscle relaxants, same as everyone. And you?
What about this package?
Yes. Apparently, it contains something called Sophie. Sophie?
Knowledge.
Well, thanks. I made it that far.
A heightened sense of reality. Truth, like you've never quite perceived it before. Dazzling, unadulterated, unfiltered. Tell me they didn't send you a sample. You!
The high is meant to be unbelievable.
Oh, wave upon wave upon wave of nirvana, samadhi, soma, transcendence beyond suffering, paranoia, and desire.
A cytokine passed from organ to organ and propagated across all forms of tissue, enhancing functionality on a cellular level while also inhibiting anything we've come to associate with pain.
So, like an anesthetic?
No, not like an anesthetic. A performance time bomb, really.
You can stop selling it now, Doc. I'm already buying.
No more procrastination, no more missing deadlines, no more lingering on the past, no more regrets. You get the picture.
Addison, this is a pipe, a mahogany pipe, handcrafted by a visionary madman and tailor-made for you.
This is not a pipe.
Addison, they seem to be offering you a choice. Descend back down to earth with us, mortals. Or rather, stay where you have arrived, at the top of the pyramid of glory.
Isn't it a wheel of glory?
What's your point?
Wheels turn.
Not this one. No more rebirth for you, my dear. The line stops here. With Sophie, Terminus, Endhaltestelle.
Please exit here for exhibition hall's entrance east.
Mind the gap and thanks for flying. Spiritual enlightenment can only mean more performance, right? Right, Doc?
I have heard it induced a state of dreaming, of lucid dreaming naturally, which in turn has often been linked to spiritual enlightenment.
Has it? I'm not even sure I know what lucid dreaming is.
Well, it's dreaming, but lucidly.
Nothing I've ever done has felt more real than lucid dreaming. It takes quite a bit of training. Not everyone is on the same level as us.
What makes you so sure?
Why would they waste anything other than their best and tastiest on their very own best and brightest? Excellence shall prevail, Addison, no matter the cost. Now, where's the parcel? Did it come with a note? Normally these things come with instructions. Oh, sensational, Addison! Do you realize what you've received here? What the street value of this could be? Not that you should sell it,
There
of
hasn't
course.
been such a thing as a black market for substances in years.
Even they know it's too potent. If everyone had this, the whole world just might implode.
So why do you want me to take it?
Well, don't you want to try it? Fly it, take it out for a spin. Come on, Addison, what's in the box?
Yeah, I'd also like to know.
Who was the
what's in
girl whose nightmares were stored into a little box?
Drugs first, legend and allegory can wait. Oh, transdermal administration. Neat.
What does that mean?
It means it's a slow burner, like when people used to quit smoking, they want Addison to place the patch on her skin.
That's gonna take forever.
Sophie has been laced with a non-addictive euphoriant that significantly increases the enjoyment of tasks previously considered mundane.
Fandabby-dozy.
Sophie is primarily a tool for productivity and should by no means be used
A
in
simulation of pleasure neurons. Dopamine, endorphins, non-addictive lacing. Poetry, my dear. Erotic poetry for the experienced flyer. Now, how do we fly then?
Place patch on naked skin. If placed correctly, the patch will begin to release substances through the skin almost immediately.
Nice touch, you see. They care.
Do not be alarmed to find yourself in an unfamiliar location with no memory of having arrived there. This is simply a sign that you have achieved a dream state. The side effects may include...
Here we go. Side effects.
The initial signs of influence may include a tingling and tickling sensation in the...
Like any high we've ever had, a tickling sensation in the extremities. More like an extreme tickling of the sensitive.
That doesn't even make sense.
Medically speaking.
No, there's no such thing as sensitives. That's not a word.
Addison, it's your choice. Your defining moment. Now, as your friend, you know I will happily help you bear this burden.
Finally he asks. Do you see the snake on your shoulder, Addison?
Pay no heed to these skeptics. While they linger in an age gone by, you and I hold the key to a world of selective memory. Pure, permanent productivity. What do you say? You and me, like always.
Well, of course I'd share it with you.
Oh, noble friend.
Are you guys really doing this?
Yes.
If this does what it says it does, then
Then you'll never stop. I get it. I get it.
Then I want to share this with you too.
An interesting twist for the uninitiated.
Well, yeah, then I'd like to try it too.
And the uneducated, it seems. One patch wouldn't hurt this little one either.
Charlie?
Selective memory?
That's what it says.
As in, choose what you can remember.
Yes.
Sometimes the patients wake up during surgery. With a bit of trickery, we put them back to sleep. They wake up when the anesthesia wears off and don't remember a thing. Retrograde amnesia.
Retrograde amnesia.
You won't even remember that you forgot.
I'm in too.
Yes. You can quit anytime you want. So, do you guys feel anything yet?
No.
Like, nothing at all? Not even a tingle? Or an urge? Or a giggle? Do you have your patches on properly?
Yes. Oh, I think my tongue might be going numb.
Really? That's encouraging.
Yeah, mine too.
Well, that's weird.
Do you think it's starting?
Yes?
Doc, is that a sign?
It could be. I've never seen anyone on this stuff before.
Check the packaging again. Under symptoms.
Initial signs of influence may include flushing of the face, pupil dilation,
There it is. A numbing of the palate.
It's my tongue, you tool, not my palate.
an agreeable sense of disorientation. They always make it sound so poetic. Do any of you feel that?
I feel pretty orientated.
Me too.
Don't we only feel disorientation when it becomes disagreeable?
That's sort of a good question.
Well, thanks for that sort of support.
Semantics. That's all semantics.
What's a semantic?
Isn't there such a thing as a somatic nerve, like psychosomatic?
Yes.
Just focus, concentrate.
Psychosomatic, it's when your body starts to show signs of, well,
Yes, quite,
I
yes.
don't know,
Well, what?
feelings.
What kind of feelings? Good feelings, bad feelings, semantic feelings?
Oh, somatic. Let me concentrate.
Yes, let's concentrate.
Yes.
Why is it that we sometimes walk into a room and immediately forget the reason?
I think that might be happening to me.
Well, I don't feel lost, and it's certainly not agreeable, so it can't have started yet.
No. It's when you lose someone. You realize you lose them over and over again. You don't just feel sad. You feel it
Where do you feel it?
everywhere. Here, there, sometimes even a little bit here.
That's not real pain. Eyes on the prize. How's your tongue?
It's hard to focus on it.
Maybe try a tongue twister?
Huh?
She stood upon the balcony. She took upon the
Stood there none without.
No, she stood upon the balcony.
That's hardly a tongue twister. She stood
not
upon the...
letting me finish.
Well, if you wouldn't mind hurrying up
She
then.
stood upon the balcony.
My tongue.
What?
No, my arm.
Which is it?
Well, my arm, it just
Spit it out.
it just twitched. So, that's one of the side effects, isn't it?
Is it?
I thought we were on my tongue here.
Right, she stood upon the balcony.
Do it again. That's not me doing anything. Look.
You're faking.
What are you talking about?
You're faking it. That's not twitching.
Just
Not
sit
even close. You can't control twitching.
I'm not controlling anything.
How do you know you're not faking it?
I can control the rest.
You're obviously in control of your
Stood upon the
arm.
balcony, inexplicably mimicking him, hiccuping while amicably welcoming him in.
It's just so dumb. We're all set here waiting for it to start. You think you can help us along?
I think that goes slightly beyond my expertise.
You're just as patched up as we are.
I'm aware.
Is there anything to this lucid dreaming stuff? Any scientific background?
It's hard to say. We've never quite grasped dreams as thoroughly as we would have liked.
Have you ever thought to test?
Of course. Dreamers come to the Department of Innovation all the time. They arrive, they get patched up, have electrodes attached to their scalps, and are encouraged to dream vividly. However, all we're able to observe are scattered, unrelated pieces of information. REM, paralysis, neurotic reflexes, and sleep apnea.
Sleep apnea.
Yes, it's when patients stop breathing while they sleep. Sometimes a whole minute can go by. Like such. Children are especially good at this.
So is Addison.
Remember that sound.
It's been suggested that we're not able to dream of new faces. In fact, it's been said that we're only capable of dreaming of faces we've seen before.
Imagine that, Addison. We'll never be able to dream up his face.
Stop it.
How many different faces do we see in our lifetimes, huh?
The attraction for lucid dreamers is to regain control of their very own wonderland.
How could you resist the temptation?
Could you bring back someone from the dead?
Stop it!
Who hasn't once dreamt of a lost one?
Dead is dead.
Not to the dreamers. Nothing is impossible. And reliving a chapter with a former lover, tasting fire by the spoonful. The very own wonderland.
Did any of you see that?
What?
Great. Now it's her turn. Addison, if you don't control your guests, what's the matter? Do you feel anything?
Why me?
Because your tongue was feeling numb.
No, that was before.
Before what?
My arm twitched.
What? This one's arm that twitched.
So did I.
Yeah, me too.
No, I'm pretty sure it's my
Well,
arm.
I'm sure it was mine too. Who do you think you are?
Enough!
Is this some kind of a joke to you?
Addison, eyes over here. Let's leave these amateurs to their tricks. Eyes on the prize. Remember when we first started doing this over and over and over again? Remember coming up together day in, day out?
I remember.
Granted, you'd fallen off the bandwagon, but who wouldn't have had trouble readjusting?
My arm that twitched.
What does fire taste like, Addison?
I don't want to talk about that right now.
Side effects may include arrhythmia.
Our hearts might literally skip a beat.
Our hearts definitely did skip a beat. Many beats. Yet we never seemed to miss one. Now focus. The fruits of your labors. All we need to do is concentrate. We're about to take off.
Takeoff is always the best part.
Cruising is just as good, and if you miss the start, there's no cruising now, is there?
You're talking a lot.
Do you think that's a side effect?
Go and check.
What happened to them?
Shit!
Shit!
Charlie?
Addison!
Charlie!
Addison!
What?
What's his name again?
Charlie!
No, not that one, this one!
Charlie, come on, wake up.
It has a pulse!
Charlie too.
Shit!
What now?
Is this all it is? 5 years of hard work, dedication, and patience for this sleep? Deep sleep?
They were waking up 2 minutes ago.
I can't believe this. Their arms were twitching.
Charlie?
Why didn't we listen to them more carefully? Why didn't you listen to them more carefully? Don't you even know anymore who you have relations with? A high like you've never experienced, they say. A euphoriant, they say.
Take the whole thing out again.
Initial signs of influence may include flushing of the face,
Either that or you're really angry.
pupil dilation,
Check.
tingling and tickling sensations in the extremities,
I thought it was just pins and needles.
an increased sense of anticipation. I admit I definitely have that.
Yeah.
Dry mouth,
You could go for a drink.
and an initial lack of concentration.
She told us her arm was twitching.
Which one?
Both of them. Or neither of them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No.
I couldn't focus.
Yeah, focus.
Couldn't concentrate.
Yeah.
I was too busy thinking about balconies to listen to any of
on
you
the balcony.
properly. We didn't even notice them fall asleep.
Amicably welcoming him in. And a rush of motivation.
No, and a moment of contemplation.
No, see, it's this rush of motivation, right?
Taylor?
Oh, did it work?
Not for us.
But how can that be? We're frequent flyers, mile collectors, bloody pioneers of this stuff.
Do you think it worked for them?
It hasn't worked for us.
It hasn't worked.
God damn it, Addison! Are you sure you got the rights from the commander? You know he's always fucking with us, and if this is another test, I'm going to blow my... All right. So, I think it's important that we take into account that I was just really looking forward to this, and not to take away from your moment of glory of reaching the highest standards of excellence at such a young age and all that.
Thanks.
It's just that I had really worked myself up to this, and I may have gotten a bit too excited and been a little bit rude.
I don't think they noticed.
I think I saw the doc leaving earlier. He might still have some of his clinical stash. Until the next time then, Addison. Thanks for trying.
Okay, look. I know what you must think of me, you know? Drugs, patches, injections, pills, a fast track to a quick high. Nothing commendable about this sort of shortcut. But allow me to let you in on a little secret. Without them, none of you would even be here. The coffee ran out. You see? The coffee ran out. So someone had to come up with new ways of cheating. And after all, it could be as simple as all the rest. Your heart beats too hard, you take a pill. Your heart beats too slowly, you take a pill. You're overweight, right? These tablets should do the trick. What about you? Low renal clearance? You know, kidneys, round back. We've got just the enzyme for you. High blood pressure, glandular dysfunction, poor hygiene, hair loss, low self-esteem. Hey, short attention span, unwanted euphoria, depression, anxiety, sexual underperformance. Sorry, sexual overperformance, right? One at breakfast, one at lunch, one for dinner. You don't want kids? Take a pill. Every day. You can't raise your kids? Give them pills. Give me a break. And what's this a cure for, you ask, huh? This, Sophie, boredom. Absolute boredom. The sickness of life, as Taylor calls it. It was only a matter of time before the department stepped in and institutionalized it all. There was no evil plan to speak of. Just control. All we took back was control. It was never about recreation. These pills, they take us over the horizon and into the sublime. We had our reasons. God knows I had mine. So give me a break. Let me dilute this mess. What's this? A glitch? A small tear in the fabric of normality? Or maybe it really is starting. Taylor! Charlie! Stop! Take my pulse. Do you think it started? How am I doing?
It's hard to say. We've never quite,
Any tips as a shaman?
No, not this. I'm more specialized in those kidneys you mentioned earlier.
You heard that.
You won't be the first patient to talk to the bushes, and you won't be the last.
Oh, that's a relief. Am I dreaming now then?
Like I told you, it's hard to say. Keep asking yourself like questions. No?
Am I dreaming now?
Yeah, that's good.
Am I dreaming now?
Yeah.
Am I dreaming now?
Very good.
Am I dreaming now?
Your ears start to permanently muffle sounds more effectively. Your speech becomes impedimented, slurring, non-to-stock, basic grammatical discrepancies.
It's diagnosis.
Exactly. The hallucinations start not long after that. Impossible beings.
We're no strangers, huh? We've known each other for...
How long exactly? I'll leave that up to you, kiddo. It's soft. What light 3 under eyelids break?
Charlie, wake up. It started. And it's you. It's just you and me.
What for?
The so-called momentous highs and all highs. The D-Day of my very own suppression. What does the D stand for anyway? Decision? Desertion?
Delusion.
No, it's not. It's still not delusion.
Where's the tyrant?
The tyrant?
Taylor the tyrant.
Oh, Taylor.
Where's he?
He left.
Shocker.
I know you dislike him.
No, I'm indifferent.
That's the same thing. Semantics and all that. But he's nice.
Everyone is nice, Addison.
What do you mean everyone is nice?
Well, nice is just a word we use for people that don't impress us in any other way.
Never thought about it like that before.
Look at yourself, Addison. You have the world at your feet. You have been given the most potent enhancer ever produced, and you're wasting your time enjoying it recreationally with me.
Charlie, it is never a waste of my time to be with you.
No, please don't start.
It's true. And it's never a waste of my time to take recreational substances.
Well, that's another funny word.
Which one?
Recreation. Recreation.
Recreation. Where's your tattoo gone?
I don't know. I guess I woke up without it.
But Charlie, that's a basic reality check. I thought you'd done this before.
I only said that so that you wouldn't think I was inexperienced.
So this is your first time?
Yes.
Your first patch?
Yes.
Your first time?
Yes, for God's sake. I was never curious about these things. I didn't want my reality altered. I never needed any outside help to feel excellent. I just want to forget.
Charlie, we're trying wine like all the time.
Yes, Addison. Every now and then we drank a little bit of wine. We even played the dance. The waiter would come, I would taste, pretend I knew anything at all beyond wet and white. Yes, that one will not poison us. Wine, Addison. Not this.
You're missing the point.
Probably, but what is the point?
Your tattoo is gone.
So it is. What happens next in this lucid dreaming?
Well, first you have to realize that it's happening. That's called coming up.
And how do we do that?
When you're high, especially on a substance like this one, you sort of fall into a dream. Like Alice, you know? Wonderland's Alice. And so you have to check to see whether you're looking at yourself in the looking glass or whether you've fallen through. So what's wrong here?
I don't see anything wrong here.
Your tattoo is missing. It's a reality check. Look. A light switch corresponds to a bulb, right? You can either switch it on or off. And if you can't switch it on, it could just be down to the wiring. But if you can't switch it off,
you're dreaming.
Dreaming, hallucinating, tripping, flying high, call it what you want. Try. See?
Is any of this real?
It's just the beginning. Can you feel that warm sensation that started in your toes, slowly working its way up? That slight hint of invulnerability and invincibility?
But if none of this is real?
It doesn't have to be real for you to feel it.
What happens next?
Explore the limits.
Make a wish. Any wish. Magritte, 1899.
Thank you.
Much better.
Addison! You won't believe it, but it started. My arm started twitching, and I stopped talking. And it took a moment to regain my composure. Do you feel that warmth? Do you feel that high? Oh, it feels so good, my dear.
I know, it's pretty potent.
What are you wearing?
I wanted Addison to look the way Addison looked.
Oh, you woke up. Joy. No apology needed. That tingling feeling, that sweaty eagerness, that feeling of being on the cusp, hanging over the void. If this even fulfills half my expectations, you're in for a catapult of an evening.
My choice.
This place is familiar, but it's not just one. It's several. It's the gallery.
Addison, we're being watched.
Nice holiday paintings.
Excuse me?
These paintings, I like what you do with the light.
Great. Good one.
You're not very seasoned at this, are you?
I'm sorry, seasoned at what?
I put it slowly. I want you to reply to my blatant provocation. We exchange pleasantries, so to speak. Introduce ourselves.
Addison.
Charlie. We flirt.
Okay.
You asked me for my phone number and called me the very same day. All because I commented on our holiday paintings.
Ours? You're not in them.
She checked your paintings before you guys even met?
This does not concern you.
Did you even look at them?
I needed reinsurance that day. A win.
I was a win for you?
Like a shining trophy.
Possession, Addison. It's all about possession. From the very start, she wanted you to be her trophy.
That's not how I remember it.
Well, how do you remember it?
I don't know. More honest.
It was never honest. Like here, folks, huh?
You want to have this conversation now?
I want to have this conversation. It needs to happen.
Yes.
What do you mean, yes?
It means I don't know what you're after.
I've done this stuff before. Over the years, I've enjoyed plenty of good-looking exhibitions. No, really good-looking exhibitions. Hey, I have dreams, hopes, drives to start a family one day. Some kids, 2, 3, give or take one of them.
You're looking for a father?
Maybe. Or at least a parent.
In me?
That doesn't sound too bad to me. But that's miles down the road. First, I want to hit that road, and I don't want to do that alone.
I like good-looking exhibitions.
So do I, Addison. But if you don't see yourself hitting that road with me, you should tell me. And until you tell me, this exhibition stops. I mean, that's what you want too, right?
I'm sure it is.
Don't just agree. There's no point if you're just conceding to me. You will end up resenting me, or I you. I need someone that won't jump out at the first speed bump.
How fast will we be going?
Not fast. Baby steps. I just need to know you're on board. Take me to the art museum. They serve my favorite champagne. Magritte,
1899. Yeah, that'll be cheap.
My treat.
This might just end up working out for both of us.
Very touching. On a slightly unrelated note, don't you guys feel watched?
How can you see all of this too?
I guess it's Sophie.
Well, we're certainly not alone.
Stop saying things like that. Someone is always watching. Make the wine happen again.
What are these things? I remember the clothes. Or at least his.
Oh, this champagne tastes like juice. Cheap, discounted, discarded apple juice.
Don't start this again.
So, what if the fake champagne that we're not even really drinking tastes like juice? I thought this was about enhancement and psychic discoveries. Yeah.
These things respond to your projections, your imaginations, your standards of deliciousness. If only you weren't so beige.
What?
Oh, you heard me. Beige or maroon or, putrid.
Okay, cut it out. Can't we just enjoy the trip? Why do you have to start bickering?
Addison, you invited a stranger, Nick, a relic, to join us in our most holy of rituals. I've heard stories about people doing more than just reliving their past, but embarking upon spiritual adventures across colorful landscapes and a plethora of canvases. And here we are, not even scraping the surface because she's back. No. How could she be back, Addison? Her? Of all people? It's like we can't even remember why we started any of this in the first place. Whose idea was it to take the stupid enhancer right now anyway?
Yours. Absolutely, undeniably yours. 100%.
Well, it was obvious we weren't going to get the most out of it if we weren't alone.
Well, I'm getting a lot out of it.
Well, of course you are. It's your memories being brought up. Memories I'm not even in. Me, your dearest friend. Me, who was there for you from the moment that she wasn't. But she walks back into your life for 5 minutes and suddenly you only have eyes for her. Weren't you on a date with someone else to begin with?
Hey, there you are.
Addison.
I just heard about this job opening at the Department of Excellence.
What does it say?
It's a bit vague. High achievements, high rewards, competitive salary, and I quote, work that makes a difference.
Well, you've said for a while now that the gallery underwhelms you.
The hours looked about right too. Autonomous and efficient people preferred. From what I gather, they're looking for people to do mundane administrative tasks, but under certain conditions.
What conditions?
It doesn't say. The health requirements are pretty rigorous though. Age between 18 and death. Weird. Non-smoker, no chronic diseases, no physical diseases, no previous pregnancies.
How about the family support?
I suppose that would be for the male employees whose female partners did the whole pregnancy thing. I mean, not that women can't apply, they just can't have been pregnant.
What does it change?
Alright.
Addison, I think there's something I need to tell you.
Is it serious?
No. Nothing I can't solve on my own, but
Later, okay? Over dinner? Some wine?
I don't think I shall be having wine.
What?
Addison!
Taylor, you here?
For you, my dear, always.
I don't feel enlightened at all. There's some things that I can't...
Will you focus for 1 second?
Did you find something out? Do you know something that I don't?
I figured out a little outcome of my own.
Yeah.
It's quite layered, you see. Not unlike your memories.
Sophie?
No, not that. What led us to Sophie in the first place?
Well, I'd have to say everything we'd done before.
Yes.
Everything the department had made available to us over the years. You know the old names.
Yeah.
Blow.
Sniff,
Snow.
ice,
Crystals.
Mandy,
Molly.
MCAT,
Aldone.
morphium, pixie dust.
Wait, what does this have to do with your outcome?
Everything.
What?
What did we used to call it?
The sickness of life.
The sickness of life. I've come up with a cure.
Really?
It's not loaded. Not yet anyway.
Taylor?
Don't you remember? We're being watched. I told you. Don't you remember? Don't you remember all the long, endless discussions, the circles, the groups? Everybody stand up and introduce yourselves. Confess your self-destructive tendencies and sit back down. What's your poison? We were all so sick of it for such a long time. Life, that is.
Yeah, I remember. Side effects.
Side effects. No wonder the department took control. And now, look at us. They're watching us everywhere we go, all the time. But look at what you've procured for us. Oh, we're just hovering here, somewhere on the verge of consciousness, somewhere in between bliss and absolution, enlightenment and knowledge. They said no paranoia, and it's all real. But I can't make them stop. I can't make them stop watching us.
What are you talking about?
These faceless creatures are servants. Just one more.
No,
Addison. Why though? Don't you enjoy it? Can't you feel the vibration starting here, moving its way down here and causing an eruption here? Oh, this is it, Addison. This is what it means to feel alive. This is it, the pinnacle. Allow the warmth to spread to the tips of your toes and beyond. Oh, can't you feel the hairs at the back of your neck standing on edge? Oh, fasten your seatbelts and ensure your seat is in an upright position. Takeoff is not just imminent, it's already begun. Soon, you will be hitting cruising altitude. To your left and to your right, you will become aware of this. Sit back, Major Tom. You've done it. And if at any point you need to go back, all you need to do is...
You're wrong.
What about?
The pinnacle. This isn't it.
How right you are, my dear.
I needed to forget. Before the circles and the groups and the introductions, I needed to forget. The pinnacle was him.
This is what I suspected all along. It's this one that would push you over the edge. It's that girl, the mother. There's nothing else for it. Oh, this is control, Addison. Nothing more. It's not real. There's no need for memories that hurt more than they nourish. Have you ever wondered what fire tasted like? Or to change time, to play one moment over and over and over again, on repeat, forever.
Just imagine.
Oh, this is bliss. This is mind-blowing.
Just so pretty great.
They won't stop watching. I don't want to go back. I don't want it to stop.
Well, just take more.
I don't have any more. It's your stash, your reward. A lifetime supply of bliss.
You can't hurt me, Taylor.
I don't want to go back. Stop watching. If at any point you need to go back, all you need to do is...
Taylor, no! Shit. Taylor!
One moment. On repeat. Forever.
No! I can't believe in that. And neither can you.
Looking around, I don't even know what I can believe in. Sometimes I feel it's better that you did not go up to see what became of us.
What did become of us?
What happens next?
The calm down. It's what he couldn't handle. Taylor was always different. He always took too much pleasure from this stuff. He genuinely believed we were elevating ourselves to higher beings. He was always being followed, Felt people staring at him, wanting him to perform. The department was after him. That's why he joined in the first place. And he found the pills and the happiness they brought him. No cure. What terrified him most was not having access anymore. The come down. Pain, paranoia, withdrawal symptoms, fear, hallucinations, but not the good kind. How do you feel?
I'm definitely not coming down.
Me either.
Hey!
I just remembered something.
What?
You're not gonna like it.
I heard the gunshot. What happened?
No.
Addison, what happened?
I can't be seeing this right now. Why is he here?
This isn't how it happened. Not with him.
Not with him, but with others.
No, this isn't how it happened.
I can't do this again.
Charlie, no! Charlie!
Hey! Addison, what did she mean again?
This will hurt.
Well, what will hurt? Tell me.
Make it stop. Taylor! Charlie! Bring them back! Bring them back!
It's okay. It's okay. I'm right here. It's okay.
No, no! Not you.
Not me? You're right, that does hurt.
You should leave.
Come on.
Go! Go! Yes, there were others. What would you have done in my position, huh? Baby steps. When I found out what she had done, that she wanted me to commit to... Of course, we didn't know his name by then. Nothing could have prepared me for those little hands clinging to mine. But it was never my choice. She decided without me. Of course, there were others after that. They're a little like holiday pictures, don't you think?
A little, yes.
Do you like exhibitions?
Well, they can be quite dazzling, don't you think?
Do you have someone?
Have you taken something?
Yes. What are you on?
Oh, you know, champagne.
Oh. Margaret, 1899. Addison.
Jamie.
Jamie. His name was Jamie? Jamie like a cheerleader?
Hey, come
Oh,
on.
fuck off!
How could you do this to me, Addison?
Now, all of this is coming our way.
I never chose this.
Is there a painting of him too? Or does it just remind you of one?
I can't remember how it happened.
You waltzed in all suave and silent and desirable, and you made him feel like no one else existed. Did you kiss him or did he kiss you first?
What does that matter?
I want to picture it. I want to visualize it. I want to know every single detail about it. It helps me to understand. And I want you to tell
It
me.
hurts me to tell you.
It hurts you. How could I forget that this was all about you?
Can't remember how it happened.
That's because you were high. Ever since you started that, can you even call it a job? You sit there all day with the Taylor character and try new ways to fry your brain. And then you come home, the pupils disappear. The only sentence on the tip of your tongue is, I don't remember. Remember at least that, Addison.
I can't.
Remember, I dare you to remember.
Please, I can't.
Remember? I'm leaving.
Charlie, don't. Please. Can't remember.
You can't, I won't. I'm sick and tired. In fact, I'm exhausted. Oh, touch my feet. Good luck with your cheerleader.
Charlie. Stop it! All of you! I can't control it. I hardly know where I am at all. It's not like I can even remember your face. No. I let her get away before, but not now. Not again. Not this time. The enhancer will work. It's my choice after all. Charlie.
Bravo, Addison! Yet another high. A purely figurative one this time.
Who are you?
Why, it's us. As we live and breathe somewhere in the deepest reaches of your subconscious. Who else could you possibly hope to meet at this stage of your journey other than yours truly? We are the wise old man, of course.
What wise old man?
The wise old man. Dear, dear. There are so many names you could fall back on. Merlin, for one. Mephisto. Saptarishi. The three-eyed raven. Any of the 7 sages of the bamboo grove. Obi-Wan. Dumbledore. Prospero. For now, let us just say we are simply your projection of wisdom.
Commander?
A title, how delightful. And not the one in the white coat. How truly, truly modern of you. Commander hardly feels appropriate. After all, it is you who, by all meanings of the word, commands what you experience here.
I want it to stop. I can't keep going on like this. It was too much for Taylor and it's too much for me. I want it. I want it to stop.
Almost there, just one final trial ahead.
What lies beyond?
Individuation. Simply the process of exploration of your individual self that you have left behind. And here you are, under the influence of one of the most powerful enhancers ever developed. Let's review, shall we? Where did all this start?
Here, with you. You slipped me the drug.
We rather think you took it.
That's not how I remember it.
Yes, you've said this a few times already tonight. Congratulations on being the sum of all your memories.
It's the drug. Sophie.
Undoubtedly.
It's affected me.
More than certainly.
I want it to stop.
The curve is not quite complete. You see, Addison, as with everything you've seen here tonight, nothing can quite be trusted. You've spent the better part of your life outpacing yourself, adhering to these ridiculous standards of excellence. This is the peak, Addison, but wheels turn.
Where's Charlie?
Charlie. At the risk of sounding a touch senile, we don't remember.
We had all these feelings. We were committed.
Splendid.
Can't remember.
Oh, you were happy. Committed, you say, whatever that might imply. And yet, you had not seen each other for years prior to tonight. Allow us to tell you a story. A story that begins not unlike this one. A woman who loved you more than she could ever have imagined possible. A love so boundless, yet so invisible. There she is. bearing it inside her for the better part of a year. Fondly humming lullabies to it, eager to meet it, prepared to cradle it, and treat its every heartbreak as her own. She is all alone.
No, that's not how I remember it.
That's a shame. All we need you to do is remember accurately. Disassociate emotion from recollection.
I was there. I was there when it happened.
Yes, you were.
What happened next?
The child grew up. Too slowly for its own liking, too fast for its mother's. It became he, the child. Oh, tiny one, where are you now?
Stop.
One day, he found a box of matches.
No.
Proudly tries to show his parents. One asleep in bed, the other flying high.
No, I wasn't high.
The child too slow to realize what he has started.
Fire! Somebody help! There's a family in there!
Not this.
What does fire taste like, Addison?
I was there. I was with him. I watched him.
One turn of your head was enough to look away from everything.
They never made it out. They never made it out. Taylor!
You're all alone here with us, Addison.
This is not what I wanted.
Memories, Addison. No more running from them. For retrograde amnesia, you need look no further.
No, stop. Help me. I want to forget. I want to forget this.
No more help. Just one last epiphany. Here you go.
Touch her. Eyes on the prize. Stop. Get out of here. Leave. Addison. Don't do it. Addison. Leave. Don't do it. Get out of here. Addison. Leave. Eyes on the prize. I'm ready now. Side effects may include the truth. There was a fire, a passionate one, that flared up as suddenly and unexpectedly as I had ever known one to. Its flames melted the beams, the foundations, the very structures that held our palace together. It raged for days, weeks, maybe even years. A lifetime for some. A lifetime for one. Our own little one. His lifetime cut short, as unexpectedly, to me at least, as it had started. And she was gone along with him. The last thing she ever tasted.
What does fire taste like, Addison? Flames litter the charred, barren battleground as life converges to a single beam. A canvas of two, might have been three, remains as one and one refuse to see. Believe the lie. Well, may they try. A veil, a cloth across a memory. What might have been, had they been aware? No life eclipsed, much less despair. What should transpire? Charred memories lost in a fire, palettes of pink and blue and infancy. Oh, tiny one, where are you now?
Addison? Addison! Addison! I just heard! I'm so very excited, so very proud, so very chuffed. The highest standards of excellence. Addison? It's in there. Eyes on the prize.
It's some cold fucking day in April, and the clocks are striking 13 in Oceania. But this is not the story of Winston and O'Brien, who are probably making out somewhere in a sauna right now. This is the story of Anti-Splash, a young girl who set out to put an end to the splashers, once and for all. Only few know that 1984 is also the glorious age of the splashers. Ever since the great splash of the 70s, when they first rose to power, they have grown strongly in numbers and in dominance. Keep this simple fact in mind. The splashers are in charge here. If you are not a splasher, you are an outcast. All non-splashers are treated with hatred and contempt. The ways of the splashers are vulgar, to say the least. Non-splashers generally consider them boorish, lewd, and obscene. Splashing any time and anywhere, splash all you want. Grabbing by the pussy is no scandal. The world of the splashers is a rough world. But Now, let's take a look at some of the most prominent splashers of this day and age. A splasher who is known across the entire nation and widely recognized as one of the greatest splashers of all time is Sir Splash-A-Lot.
I'm Sir Splash-A-Lot, and I like to splash a lot.
The magnitude of Sir Splash-A-Lot's splashes is astounding. He first became famous in 1975 when he was still in school and set out to write an essay and ended up breaking the world splashing record by splashing over 60 times in a row. Another splasher, who is definitely...
Alright, listen up you fuckheads. This is Thunder Splash! My name is Thunder Splash. I'm fucking 25 years old, and my favorite animal is the fucking snail.
Fucking snail.
Snails are fucking slimy and fucking awesome, just like me.
Yeah.
And my goal for this year is to make fewer brown stains in my underwear.
Thunder Splash and Sir Splash-A-Lot are two prime examples for typical splashers. They like to do push-ups. They like money. They like smashing things. They like throwing things. They like food. When they are feeling sad, they take heroin. And when they aren't feeling sad, they take heroin. They like to drink gin. They like to drink whiskey. And they like to drink horse piss. They believe this makes their splash stronger. They also like to play chess. The degree of sexuality in sexual behavior varies from splasher to splasher. My name is Whip Splash, and my splash smells like pancake batter. But there is one who puts all other splashers to shame. The notorious DNA Soup Splasher, also known as Big D. The D stands for DNA Soup Splasher because she likes to splash her DNA soup. All other splashers look up to her. She is the majestic embodiment of everything splashing stands for.
We're gonna build a wall to keep the failing known splashers out of our great country.
Yes! Oh my God!
It's gonna be the greatest wall of all times. And we're gonna make them pay for it. All right, folks. It's time for us to build a wall. Yes. We're gonna make Oceania great again.
Make Oceania great again. Make Oceania great again. Make Oceania great again.
But aren't we already great?
Yeah. We're gonna keep Oceania great! Exclamation point!
Keep Oceania great! Exclamation point!
Keep Oceania great! Exclamation point! Keep Oceania great! Exclamation point! What a stupid motto! Keep Oceania great! Exclamation point! Fucking terrible! The meter is completely off.
Why does this bother you so much?
Because I'm an artist, and being an artist isn't easy. It's like being everything and nothing at the same time.
Artists generally suck.
The fuck you say?
Nothing.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Go on then.
Huh?
Prove it.
Prove what?
Prove you're an artist.
To be or... Not to be. Thank you. Whether 'tis noble in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing, end them, to die, to sleep, no more, See? I told you I was. I really am an artist, you know. That's my new artwork. I call it Colors on the White Background.
That's not art.
Even a 2-year-old can draw better than that.
Yeah, definitely.
It, like, really sucks.
I'd be embarrassed to even show it to anybody.
Totally.
So, you guys don't like it?
Romantic kind of sucks.
Not at all. I mean, the blue is nice.
It is.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And I like the red. Huh. Here.
Yeah.
And here.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. It's nice. Really nice. The way the colors in red.
You're right.
The whole thing just seems to
come alive.
Yes. Oh, if you look at it from over here.
Yeah.
The painting speaks to you in a completely different way.
Yes.
It's simply
wow.
I love it.
It's the most magnificent thing I have seen in my whole fucking life.
The essence of the painting is just so damn captivating.
I like how it depicts the dichotomy between good and evil.
It clearly centers on an interest on the universality of our biological, matter and landscape. Oh, combined with the collective sense of the sublime.
I'd say it examines hesitation as part of the process of decision-making, where the object is neither the object of objecthood nor the oblique object, but rather it's the object of an artist's intention.
It kind of reminds me of Van Gogh.
Yeah, only much better.
I was just about to say that it's much better.
Yeah.
You gotta give it to me. I need to have it.
Whoa, I need to.
Oh, back you are.
Oh, you back off or I'll whip your ass all the way to
Oh, yeah, but you saw when you were out your clothes and the
if you want to whip
style.
your ass, I'll hang up the place.
Oh, fuck off. I'm
then
just flashing
you'll
off.
fucking
I want
forget
that
who you
video.
are. Don't you fucking dare splash.
I got the supplies. Who's ready to build the wall?
I am. All right, let's get started.
Thunder Splash, come help us. Thunder Splash, what's the matter with you?
That was my painting. I made it myself.
Are you crying? Don't tell me you're crying because of that worthless piece of shit you drew. You're a splasher. Act like one. Destroy it. Now!
Let's build a fucking wall! Yeah! Fuck yeah! And fuck paintings!
Great job, guys. I'm gonna name our wall Wally. And with the help of Wally, the wall will keep the non-splashers out once and for all.
With the help of Wally the wall, we keep them out once and for all. With the help of Wally the wall, we keep them out once and for all. With the help of Wally the wall, we keep them out once and for all. With the help of Wally the wall, we keep them out once and for all. With the help.
Splash, what's wrong with your wall?
What? Nothing.
No, I saw something. Go on, show us.
No, really, they're fine. Everything's fine.
With
Nothing's wrong
Splash,
with my balls.
show us your balls.
No, really, nothing's wrong. No, no.
They're here. Can you still splash?
We are living in an age in which the segregation of splashers and non-splashers has reached an all-time high. And this segregation is showing no sign of receding. If you are not a splasher, you are an outcast. The splashers are in charge here. Acts of violence and cruelty towards those who cannot splash are by no means a rare exception. Much harm has been done to those who cannot splash. Many have been tortured.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ready or not, here we come. Found ya! Ooh. Peek-a-boo! Can you say daddy?
Daddy. No. Say daddy to me. I'm your daddy.
Wait a minute. I'm your daddy.
Well, I'm the main daddy.
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 I'm the main.
Daddy.
Isn't she adorable?
She is.
I can't wait to teach her to do push-ups. And I can teach her how to rap. Yeah. Oh yeah. I rip and I rhyme. I rhyme and I rip.
No! Bad girl!
What the fuck was she doing? It almost looked like she was. Oh, I don't know.
Oh, fucking hell, man.
Look, it's okay. Children sometimes have, moments sometimes.
Yeah, they do.
I'm sure something like this won't happen again.
You're right. Everything's fine, as long as she's not.
Itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout. Down came
No. Stop! Just stop!
First of all, spiders fucking suck. The snails are much cooler because snails are fucking slimy and fucking awesome just like me.
Taking off all those weird sounds, mate. Sound like shit. So check this out. His splash is swaying, knees weak, splashing heavy. There's splash on the swear already. Splash spaghetti. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! All right, something's definitely wrong with that fucking child. I mean. We don't paint. We don't draw. We don't do any of that shit. Understand? Fuck. It's getting worse. I know it's getting worse. I'm not fucking stupid. Perhaps we need to be more aggressive with her. That's a good idea. Establish dominance now. Show her who's the boss around here. Yeah.
Daddy?
She's calling me. She's like, Daddy.
Yes, so you're Eddie.
So are you.
But you're the main Eddie.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
What is it?
Daddy, look, I wrote you a story.
What? Look at this. She wrote her own story. How did she learn to write? Can you write? Me? No, I can't even read. Can you? No.
Do you think that maybe she ain't a
Daddy?
Look at me! Look at me! Why are you being so mean to me? I don't understand. I feel like I'm being punished even though I never caused anyone any harm. What did I do to you? It's not fair! I never did anything wrong. I just don't want to do your stupid stuff. The way you walk around with your macho behavior and your constant bragging and your stupid push-ups, and I don't want to do any of it. I hate it! Can't you see how ridiculous you are? Can't you see how pathetic you are? Why can't you let me do what I want to do and let me be who I want to be? I'm not like you!
No shit, girl! It doesn't take a fucking genius to realize that you're nothing like us. All you do
is sing dumbass songs, play dumbass games, and cry like a little bitch you are.
You are not a splasher. You are not our child.
No! This marked the birth of the heroine of our story. Her name would strike fear into the hearts of all splashers and would be remembered throughout history. Anti-Splash. At first glance, she appeared to be a regular child. Small, innocent, and gentle. She did not do push-ups. She did not play splash chess. But she possessed a special power. She was strong. She was incredibly strong. She could open jam jars on her first try. She was an unstoppable force. So great was her strength and so free was her mind that she could not bear to have her spirit imprisoned. She longed for equality. She longed for freedom.
And what of my place in this world? To live in oppression, to have my days governed by fear, to be ruled by violence. To be hunted. Does this mean to live? No, no more such ruthless cruelty, such evil, such hate. It must end. I will end it. As long as there are splashers in this world, true happiness will never be more than a distant dream.
And thus began the crusade of anti-splash. A crusade against the regime of the splashers. A quest for a world where everyone could be who they wanted to be. Anti-Splash vowed not to rest until every single last splasher understood that you cannot condemn a man for being different. She would make them understand. Either that, or they would perish.
You know, you can't just go around bullying people. You'll see what you get. I'm stronger than you.
What she was doing.
Too many. There are just too many of them. Where do they all come from again and again? This is pointless. There must be another way.
Her thoughts were racing back and forth, and she was now questioning everything. Who was she to pass judgment on others? What gave her the right? And was it even right, what she was doing? Did she really choose a just path? The answer is obvious.
Now I've got it. I know what I must do. I must defeat the biggest of them all, the DNA suit splash, and once I accomplish that, none of the others will dare mess with us non-splashes anymore. And finally, we will be free!
Peace capuche!
And then I was gonna get help. I was really just gonna get help, but then all of a sudden, like, you're alive and everything.
What are you talking about? Who are you?
Oh my God. How did you do that, huh? How did you survive this fucking shit, girl? This wasn't nothing. This was the splash of life. She must have just been here.
Wait.
The what?
None of this makes any sense. Stop being so rude.
Do you want to splash with me? Oh, don't you fucking dare splash with me, or I'll fucking splash you then. I'd really love to splash.
I don't. I do not splash. I can't.
What? You don't? What?
I can't splash. How I hate that word.
And you decide to just tell me that. Girl, you live fucking dangerous. No wonder they splashed you out dead here. You were lucky fuck to have met me. 'Cause I can't splash either.
Why not?
It's none of your fucking business, that's why not.
I didn't mean to offend you or anything. I'm just curious.
Why are you even here? What were you doing?
I was about to challenge the DNA soup splasher. I can't remember what happened then.
Girl, I'll tell you what happened. You chose the wrong girl to fuck with, that's what happened. She used the splash of life on you. That's her most powerful attack. You're lucky to even be alive, girl.
Stop calling me that.
What?
Girl. You keep calling me girl. My name is Anti-Splash.
I'll call you whatever the fuck I want, girl. Stop. Anti-Splash, pleased to meet you.
And who are you?
My name is Splash no more. No, I used to be known as someone else. You can call me Splash no more. But tell me, why in fuck's name would anyone challenge the DNA soup splasher? You're either out of your fucking mind or just plain stupid. Challenge the DNA soup splasher.
I thought I could make it all end. All this pain. All this hatred. Can you imagine what it feels like to be neglected by your own parents? That your entire existence is being denied?
Sometimes it hurts, but sometimes I simply miss it.
No, it doesn't have to be like this. I thought I could make a change. That by fighting her, I would defeat the system as a whole. That I would bring an end to our suffering and take a step towards a new kind of humanity. But I'm not strong enough.
Girl! Anti-Splash? Are you fucking stupid? It's not that easy. The ways of the splashers are fucking diverse and fucking awesome.
I don't believe you. I can see that you know the pain and the feelings I was talking about. And I would really like to know what happened to you, what you went through. Why can't you splash no more?
Holy splash, spare me your pity. I had a great time. I was the splashiest splasher ever. DNA soup splasher. Forget about her. She didn't even have her own show on telescreen, which I did. I was even voted sexiest splasher alive of 1971 by whole fucking Oceania. It's a shitty accident. Shit. Are you familiar with splash theory?
Never heard of it?
All right. Back in the day, splash had just been discovered. There was this crazy fucking theory that it smells like pancake batter.
And pancake batter.
Yes, you heard me, pancake batter. Anyways, since then a whole lot of experiments confirmed the theory and shit, but still, questions remained unanswered, problems unsolved. If splash really smells like pancake batter, would it also taste the same? No one had ever tried it, so I did. I tried my own splash and paid the price.
Wait, what?
It was a revolution. We found out that although the smell is the same, the taste is different. We called it the anomaly of splash. But, we had no idea what we were doing, so I ended up contracting an unknown disease which spread through my body, and ultimately, I lost it.
Lost what?
My ability to splash. And with it, I lost everything. My whole life. My whole fucking identity.
I'm so deeply, utterly sorry for you. It must have been a hard life for you since then.
I'm fine. I knew what would happen. I knew what they would do to someone like me. But I am much smarter than they are. Yes. No one can ever find me here.
You lived alone then? But that sounds horrible. I could never live like that. In solitude and segregated from the rest of the world? You call that a life?
It's the way it is, or it has to be anyways.
No, it doesn't.
You don't have to live like this. Nobody should have to live like this, and I'm not going to spend the rest of my life in hiding. I will fight.
And you lose. Believe me.
I will not. I will win. I'm strong. Much stronger than they are. I will be their downfall.
Oh, wake up, girl! Wake the fuck up and take a look around you. Do you see anyone else besides you openly declaring war on the splashers? No! Because they control this fucking world. They control
somebody.
They control this world in ways that you don't even know about. Ever look up in the sky and wonder why the fuck so many airplanes fly across Oceania? Huh? Control! That's why. You know the white stuff that comes out of the airplanes?
You mean like condensation trails?
Bull fucking shit condensation trails, my ass! They're spraying splash into the air to control the population. Splash trails are real!
You can't seriously believe that.
It's the fucking truth. You seriously can't smell the pancakes everywhere. It's the fucking truth. I know what I'm talking about. I used to be a scientist. It's pointless trying to fight them. They have already won.
You know what I think? I think you still care for them. I think you still feel love for them deep down in your heart. And you admire them because you used to be one of them. And that's why you won't fight, because your past is holding you back, but my past is different than yours. I have no sympathy for splashers.
She'll kill you if you try to face her again, you know.
I don't care. I will fight.
Trying and failing is better than failing to try.
Wait! You're serious about this, aren't you? Back in the day, I did a lot of research on the anatomy of splashers. No one knows them better than I do.
You used to be a scientist?
I used to be a scientist, yes. They all share the same weakness. Balls.
What?
They're fucking balls! I'm sorry. Sorry. But I'm serious. Serious. The whole essence of the splashers can be reduced to those idiotic balls that were hanging from their belts. Without them, they're nothing.
Come with me. Fight with me. They won't stand a chance if we're together.
No! No! No. 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 You're right. I don't have to live like this. No. But no, I'm never going back. No. I made my choice. It's your turn to make. Yours.
No, wait!
No! Good luck, Anti-Splash.
DNA! The days of the splashers are over!
And so we come to the final fight. Anti-Splash versus the great DNA Soup Splasher. A clash of titans, a battle of ideals. With her newfound knowledge imparted to her by Splash No More, she will now be capable of defeating her arch enemy, and thus destroy the world order of the Splashers, once and for all. A world she hated, for causing her so much pain and sorrow. With the fall of the Splashers, the nation of Oceania will be both fairer and more peaceful. The victory of Anti-Splash will no doubt mark the beginning of a new chapter in our history. No human will henceforth be excluded for random characteristics such as gender, physical appearance, place of birth, or religious beliefs. We will no longer live in conflict with each other, but in harmony. On the other hand, people like Thundersplash, Whipsplash, and Sir Splash-A-Lot will slowly fade away until they are mere shadows of a past which has long been forgotten. They will simply vanish. And with them, so will the push-ups, as will Splash Chess, and their fighting, and their perverse little games, and those lovely hip movements. The world will become dull. It will lose some of its youthful energy. It will lose some of its richness. It'll lose its splash. Is that something we want? Something we should strive for? I mean, look at these splashers. How they always pose for us and show off their muscles and their strength. I mean, you saw for yourself. How they pose for us, you know, with showing off and those hip thrustings. I wish I could do them. And I mean, look at those! Look at them! How fucking huge they are! Is all of this not somehow worth fighting for? Shouldn't we try to uphold this style of living rather than crush it? I mean, what good are non-splashers anyway, huh? What can they do? I mean, sure, you don't have to persecute and torture them, I guess. But what they do with their lives is totally boring. Splashers are so much better, and they're not all the same. The waves of the splashers are fucking diverse and fucking awesome. I believe in splashing. I believe in the supremacy of the splashers. I want to be a splasher myself. I love splashers. And her. Huh? She wants to ruin everything. She wants to destroy this great world. She wants to destroy these great people. But these splashes are just too fucking awesome. This world is too perfect. It must be protected. I can't let her do this. I can't let this happen. She can't succeed. I must stop her.
To both of you! Avada Kedavra!
You're not wearing the belt they all wear. You don't belong to them. You fool. This is the story of Anti-Splash. This is my story, not yours. You have no power here. Be gone!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the University Players production of 1984 by George Orwell. Please welcome to the stage Winston and O'Brien. Winston and It was a bright, cold day in April, and the clocks are striking 13.
even concentrating on the road? Are you tired?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Bro, try Sophie.
Sophie, the non-addictive endorphin-like euphoria for that extra rush of motivation. Side effects may include pupil dilation, tickling and tickling sensations of the extremities, increased sense of anticipation, dry mouth, weight gain, dizziness, nausea, vomiting, depression, amnesia, paranoia, suppression, and retrograde amnesia.
You have reached your destination.